Gospel goodies.
Gospel goodies. Gospel goodies.
This is Gospel Goodies. What's up, y'all? We are here with an exclusive with our brother, Brian Courtney Wilson.
Thank you for taking the time to come. Y'all enjoying your time here in Vegas?
We always love Vegas, but it's like when we get here, it's so much rushing around that we don't ever get a chance to enjoy it. But this time we stay in a little couple extra days so we can.
Nice. As you should.
Yeah, we came on Tuesday.
Yes.
So I'll just say yes. We love your music.
Thank you.
We've talked to you like so many times before about
we talked about, because y'all called me like right after Stella's last year.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We still listen to that interview like.
Do you?
What?
Yeah, you really blessed us.
I remember I was going to dinner that night too, and we were just talking, and because that was a powerful weekend last year, and we presented that song, and just talking about identity, worth, and being seen, and making sure you know that God sees you.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't mean to take over.
No, please. We're talking this. Everybody didn't get a chance to see that. Yeah, making sure that God sees you and not worrying about if man sees you.
Yeah.
And even staying focused, not looking to the right or looking to the left, but keeping your eyes on God. Like how important is it that because we look to please man.
Yeah, and I think you were asking how important it is. I think it's paramount. Because men can be fickle, and things that they like today, they may not like tomorrow. The reasons why you're enjoying a modicum of success or access today, that may change. The season may change on you. So you got to always keep what's important in the front of you, so you stay focused in the lean times. Dig your well deep. Dig it as deep as you can, and then trust God for the rain.
How do you do that?
I got to practice all the time. And just, one, I got to remember the times when I was wondering whether God was going to come through, and then he did come through. I can't ever forget that. And then I got to believe that he's kind to me and will not deny me the blessings that he has for me, what he has in store for me. And I'm borrowing that from Kirk Franklin. Me and him were talking backstage, and we were talking about like longevity in a career like this and how you maintain something like that. And he just kept saying, start with the heart. You got to put your heart in the right place, And then you got to trust that if God called you to it, he ain't gonna make a fool out of you. That's what when he told me that God is kind to his children, that's how I took that. Like, he ain't gonna make a fool out of you. If pain comes your way, it's because he's trying to discipline you. And he allows it to change you and make you more like him, So I just believe that. That's what keeps me digging the well. And then I believe in the message. I believe that the message matters enough to keep investing in delivering it. And that's what I try to focus on.
Yeah, you're talking about trust.
Trust, that's a big thing. Trusting. We already asked people to believe in a God that they've never seen.
Yeah.
We've never seen God's face. We just trust that we're made in his image. And so that's why we're going to treat each other as if we're God's children, right? And walk in forgiveness, show mercy and grace and patience, forgive ourselves long enough to believe that we can do better and be perfected by God. But it all starts with trusting it. Trusting that this Bible that we've been given, that's been handed down over the years, that's been argued about, that's been people have died over, is worth trying to apply to our lives today, that there's something relevant about it. That's all trust. But that same Bible say without faith, it's impossible to please God. So we got to walk that out like that. Y'all be bringing good stuff out of me. I'm like, okay, this is a nice conversation.
You give us nothing every time we talk to you. Like, it seems like when we talk to you, we may ask the questions, but we internalize what you say and we take it to heart.
I can tell what y'all do, and I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all trusting me enough to even listen, And man, that's a big thing about, to me, and I say it everywhere I go. I say, man, I appreciate y'all trusting me with these 15, 20 minutes. Let me come up on this stand, paying for the electricity to turn the power on and listen to my song, you know? And I think we all could learn from that a lot of times we are benefiting from someone else's faithfulness, the work that they put in, the well that they dug, so we could stand on the platform to deliver this message. And then somebody else gonna benefit from the legacy we leave. Like what y'all doing today, is people gonna be watching what you do, and they gonna follow them breadcrumbs to what God has for them, you know? But y'all follow somebody else's breadcrumbs to get here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that should make you humble and nice to people.
And that's,
You know?
it should. That's something that you always remember and who you always are. And even when you get up before people to minister, like all of what you said to us comes out of you and it's heard through your notes. Like we've had the privilege of seeing you minister and being able to praise God with you. And when you sing to the Lord, like you really sing unto the Lord. I
try to.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, nobody's perfect. And I think, and I'm deflecting a little bit. Because, man, we all got challenges. We all got, like, we always wonder if there's more. Like, if we doing enough. I was just telling my wife, we were at lunch, I was like, man, I wonder if I'm doing enough sometimes. I wonder sometimes if I'm doing too much. You know, if I said too much, if I went too far. And, again, I'm going to quote Kirk again. You got to trust that God is kind to his sons and his daughters. You got to trust it.
Sometimes we don't do things and we bury our gifts because we don't have the courage to use them. Can you speak to that for those of us that we have a gift and we're afraid to use it and having the courage? Did you always have the courage to shine your light like you do?
I was just thinking, like, I hate this question because I don't have I've heard people talk about it in a valiant way, and I don't have a valiant answer. There are times when circumstances have dictated that I either, for lack of a better word, piss or get off the pot. And even doing in ministry, I wanted to step out early on, and you know, circumstances like the family dynamic, you know, making money on a corporate job, and then having to say no to that, figuring that out, man, that was tough, you know. And when I finally stepped out, it was I had to, you know. It was driving me crazy that I wasn't. It wasn't like, okay, dun 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 dun, I'm about to come save the day. It was more like, man, I need to get saved. And I need to do this before I lose it. I remember trying and just saying, I don't want to look up. I was scared. Like I said like this. I was scared of looking up at 50 or 60 and having regret about not trying. That's what drove me, you know. I guess the courage, if there was any courage, it came from the people that encouraged me along the way, you know, spoken to me and said, man, okay, I think you're doing the right thing. Or spoken to me and said, man, what you're doing right now was worth trying because I benefited from it. And those things along the way would encourage me. And I think you need to be led by that type of stuff. Like if you're going to step out, is it worth it? Is it going to be worth it to anyone besides you and indulging your ego or whatever it is, you know? And then I would encourage people to practice building your courage. And I always joke about, like, if you're going to walk on water, man, you don't have to go out to the Atlantic first.
Right.
Start in your bathtub.
Right.
Just practice right there and see if we can work this out, you know?
Right.
Practice. But eventually you do got to step out and stretch and find out, well, how strong are you really? How strong is your guy really?
Yeah.
Will he show up for you? You got to test it so you'll know.
That courage thing for me, I was more scared not to do it.
Scared
Not to do what my life would be like if I didn't do it, if I was disobedient and didn't do it. Still some things I'm working on, but I'm scared not to do them because I can't imagine having that regret.
Courage is born out of remembering, like having some templates you can go back to and say, okay, man, this worked out when I tried it this time. Okay, I know I'm stepping out a little further, but at least I got something to lean on. Sometimes that comes from watching other people, and you're like, okay, they did it, I can do it too, and that helps build your courage. But it starts with starting. You got to get started.
Amen. All right, I got a segue for you. Courage. We got something for you that you're going to need a little bit of courage to do. All right? So,
okay.
you want me to, should I go hook stuff up?
Wait.
Okay.
Okay, now it's my turn. So, if we were doing karaoke, so gospel karaoke, what would your gospel karaoke song be?
Yeah, what would be your go-to gospel karaoke song?
I used to love to listen to, I've heard a joyful sound, Jesus saves, Jesus saves, spread the tidings, spread them all around, that Jesus saves, Jesus saves, to the utmost, Jesus saves, to the utmost.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Who's singing that song?
The one I used to listen to was Marvin Winans.